Hello, YouTube. Hello to you on the tube. Who's up tube in there, you? Who's up you? This is a bad start. Hi, I'm Nicholas. This is my first ever YouTube video. I'm actually working on a whole other video, but this was more important. So I set up a mic, no pop filter, sorry to your ears. Not really, they can suck it up. What's so important? Well, I listened to the new Camila Cabello album, and I don't want to say it's not good, because there's that one guy, the bald guy on YouTube, who's like, you know who I'm talking about. This new album, it's not good. I'm not trying to steal his thing. I'm not trying to start something. What's a synonym? It's bad. That's a good word. But first, Camila, hi. If you're watching, you probably are. What's up? Oh, we don't have beef. It's okay. I just don't like your album. We can talk about it. We can meet up for dinner. I'm not going to come to Miami. It's swampy there, and I'm a sweaty guy, so not my thing. We can meet in the middle. I just don't like it, and I'm going to talk about why. I'd like to start off by admitting something. I think I'm one of 3 people that kind of liked I Love It. I didn't love it, but it was alright. I Love It was the first single from this Camila album. It came out a few months ago now. Playboi Carti's on it. You've probably heard it. If not intentionally, through some form of vertical video maybe, wherever you consume your brain rot. It's interesting. They could have gone with like a trendy Jersey club beat, but the instrumental has this cool groove that I dig. The synths are really nice, lots of ear candy. They're smooth, they're clean. There's this one synth line when Playboi Carti's verse starts that sounds like it could be off a Fever Ray record or something. I don't know. There's things I like about the song, but like there's no denying that it's just a Charli XCX song with worse singing. Like it's just a Charli song through and through, and that kind of leads me to my first problem with this album. Did anybody else think that this was gonna be like a hyperpop record? 'Cause when I Love It came out, there was all these interviews where Camila was saying she's a fan of the genre. There was this Vogue article that said Camila Cabello is bringing hyperpop to the radio, and like a lot of it was eye roll stuff, because she's not going full Sophie or full Gex or something. But it was interesting to hear a mainstream artist dip their toes into the hyperpop genre. There was also this one article I found from GQ, and it said that she was going full indie sleaze. Does anybody actually know what the term indie sleaze means? Because there's no way I Love It as an indie sleaze song, right? Anyway, that's far from the point. I really thought that this was going to be like an experimental pop record, like hyperpop, whatever, I don't know. And I think that's what kind of doomed it from the start. Because on one hand, people were looking forward to whatever weird hyperpop-esque thing that Camila Cabello was going to come out. And on the other hand, if you know anything about the hyperpop community, you know that a Camila Cabello record is not going to be well received. So I think they really did doom it from the start with the hyperpop label. Secondly, I have some notes here. Don't mind me. So I have a question. The industry generally knows when albums are coming out, right? Because why was the timing for this so weird? Not only did this come out in the same month as Brat, which, bad idea, don't put it out in the same month as Brat, that's just bad, but also it came out like a week after the Normani record came out, which was much better. Even if I didn't love it, it's a better record. And even worse, like the dust has not settled on the Drake and Kendrick beef, and there's 2 Drake contributions on this album. And he's doing an accent. Oh, we all know how well what was it? Guandon Delilah. Everybody loved that. So more accents from Drake. I love it. It's a good start. I love it. So I just think that the label just butchered this album promotion. But that's not where the real problems come from. Okay, so the album's out, and I listened to it a few times. I wasn't going to. There was a lot of really good stuff that dropped this weekend. Lil Yachty and James Blake's Bad cameo. That's great listen. Check it out if you haven't already. Boldy James, Conductor Williams. The new Lupe Fiasco's been on nonstop in my house. Hiatus Coyote. I don't know. It was a really good weekend for music. And then the stinker. The stinker that is XOXO. Even the name sounds like Charlie XCX. Who let this happen? Anyway, my first big problem with the album is the pacing. What is going on with this album? It feels like I'm getting kicked down a set of concrete stairs, and then Camilla's standing over me, sucking on a lollipop and like stomping into my head. But then there's like breaks in between. I don't know. It's just bad pacing. If you're looking to execute an album, listen to this to know what not to do, because, so I'm just checking out the track list here. We start with an interlude quite early. 2 songs in, we already get an interlude called Pink XOXO, all lowercase. I wish if they were going to go lowercase with some songs, why didn't they do it with all? I hate that. Everything about this album just gives me bad. What else? My favorite part of the album is BLP Kosher's feature, which he just talks into a microphone about how the last Camila Cabello album was the first album that ever made him shed tears. How much was he paid to say that? It's like, BLP Kosher, you're interesting and from Florida. Do you want to be on my album? He's like, sure. And he's like, Camilla's like, I just want you to talk about how amazing I am for like 40 seconds. And it doesn't like lead into the next song. It's just like, BLP Kosher, I shed tears to this, and then break, and then we're like, we're into Drake now. Drake. I'll get to that. I'm getting ahead of myself. Pacing is just so bad. That's my first big problem with it. Secondly, I guess I'll jump to Drake. What is going on with Drake on here, man? Sorry, I'm just looking at notes. I did make notes. I'm not saying this all off the top. Yeah, I am. I'm mostly saying it off the top of my head, but I did make notes. But Drake is on track 8 and track 9. Hot Uptown is the name of one of them. Yeah, with the accent. Love it. It's good to hear. And the next one is not even a Camila Cabello song. She's not even on the song. It's just a Drake solo song in the middle of the Camila Cabello record called Ugly. And it's like one of the more melodic songs from For All the Dogs, except worse and mixed like dog shit and just bad. Just bad. All I have to say about this album is that it's bad. The other features are all right. Again, Playboi Carti, he did his thing. I like the new deep voice. It's like Future with strep throat. Lil Nas X on He Knows might be my highlight of the album. He kills it. I like it. I'm excited to hear what he does this year. His song he did with Kevin Abstract, man, Tennessee, is that what it was called? That song goes. That song's great. Check that out. Don't listen to this. Listen to Tennessee by Kevin Abstract and Lil Nas X. JT and Young Miami are on it. JT, I think she just kills every feature she does. So that's all right. And then Drake. I like that Camila Cabello always gets the most trendy rappers on every album. It's like, hey guys, I'm not racist. I have DaBaby on my album. If you don't know about the racism, that's not my place to get into it. But yeah, like DaBaby, Young Thug, Playboi Carti, Lil Nas X, Shawn Mendes, all my favorite rappers. So the features are all right. What else do I have to say before I end it all? Let's talk about Camila Cabello ripping people off. So we already talked about Charlie. That discourse is beat like a dead horse. We don't need to say anything else about that. But like by track 2, we're already on to the next artist we're stealing from. Chanel number 5. Chanel number 5. It sounds like an FKA Twigs song, does it not? Is that not just an FKA Twigs song? Like it's something off of her last mixtape or something. I don't know. Did she ghostwrite? Who wrote this album? I'm so confused. But the biggest ripoff on this album, in my opinion, is 20 Somethings, track 5. Tell me that's not a SZA song. That's just a SZA song from front to back. It's like if SZA didn't have the voice of an angel. SZA literally has a song called 20 Somethings. Oh, this is just bad. It's just a shame to me that we're calling this an experimental album these days. And I don't mean to be all elitist about it. Like, there is experimentation, but why are we lifting the most mediocre of the bunch up to the top and leaving behind the pioneers? Like, oh, I sound like a boomer, but it's just bad music. It's just bad music. Let's listen to good music instead. I love to see how much love Brad is getting right now. It's probably my favorite album of the year, just like everybody. And it's good to see it charting. That's new. I didn't expect that, to be honest. I thought it would be another cult classic album, but 360 is doing well. It's gonna probably outstream I Love It soon, and I love to see it. I love it. Oh, wow. There's just so many I love it. Love, 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 love. I love it. 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 I guess I don't have much original to say about this album other than, I don't know, something about it that just rubs me the wrong way. Anyway, that's what I have to say. Camila Cabello, if you made it through this train wreck of a video, you get a prize. I don't love it.
Slow down, baby.